Example 10, we're finding the exact value of tangent 22.5. Okay, 22.5 is kind of a weird number. That you should notice that. You should pay attention to that. But you should also notice that, oh yeah, that's half of 45. Okay, I know 22.5 is weird, but it's half of 45. And so that's why we're using a half angle identity. Okay, if I wanted to find tangent 22.5, it's nice to notice that 22.5 is half of 45. Okay? And so notice that A in this formula is 45. A is not 22.5. A is 45. And so we're using this identity with A equal 45. Tangent 45 over 2 equals sine 45 over 1 plus cosine 45. Okay? A is 45. So we've got a couple of things that we know from our chart. Sine 45 is square root of 2 over 2. And on the bottom, cosine 45 is also square root of 2 over 2. So we need to clean this up. The easiest step, I noticed the textbook does this, multiply by 2 over 2, and that cancels out your fractions. It's kind of hard to understand why they do that. So if you want to do that, do that. I think it's probably more obvious to get a common denominator here. Get a common denominator on the bottom, and you'd be looking at square root of 2 over 2 all over 2 plus square root of 2 all over 2. Okay? And so anytime we divide fractions, we would multiply by the reciprocal. And you'll notice those 2's cancel out. And that's what's going to happen. So we have square root of 2 over 2 plus square root of 2. And it would be awesome if we were finished, but we all know that we can't have that square root on the bottom. We have to rationalize the denominator. So let's do that. Okay, in order to rationalize the denominator, we're going to multiply by the conjugate, 2 minus square root of 2. So 2 minus square root of 2 over 2 minus square root of 2. And so I guess that's kind of messy. We're going to distribute here, and we get 2 square root of 2 minus the square root of 4, which is 2. And on the bottom, we're going to FOIL that together, but we also know something's going to cancel out. So if you know something's going to cancel out, if you know what, then go ahead and take a shortcut. Otherwise, we'll FOIL 2 times 2, 2 times this. We got minus 2 square root of 2. And then we distribute here, and we get plus 2 square root of 2 minus 2 square root of 4 there. And so maybe what you knew was going to happen was that was going to cancel out. And so on the bottom, we just have 4 minus 2 is 2. I'm looking at 2 square root of 2 minus 2 all over 2, which can be cleaned up even more because both terms in the numerator are divisible by 2. So basically, you divide both those terms by 2, and you're going to get the square root of 2 minus 1. Square root of 2 minus 1. So there's your answer. There you have it. Tangent 22.5 degrees equals the square root of 2 minus 1. We used a half angle identity, but to me the hard part's the algebra. All that canceling and common denominator stuff, foiling, all that stuff's algebra skills.